Thank you for being here. I'm glad to be here in Tulsa. It's a beautiful place to be. I'll start my presentation. It's about the dominant role of Saudi Arabia in the oil market from 1997 to 2008. As it's known, Saudi Arabia played a significant role in the oil market in the 70s and early 80s, where it's played the swing producer role between 1976 to 1985. But by 1985, and by losing its share in the market, it abandoned that role, and START policy is maintaining its share in the market. It's continued until end of the 90s, or let's say start from 1997. Saudi Arabia, from 1997, with the changes in the oil market, with the low rate of OPEC, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't change this. As I mentioned, Saudi Arabia played an effective part for the period from 1974 and 1985, where it had the title role in the swing producer model. In 1985, it abandoned that role after losing its share in the market. Its production reached 2.2 million barrels a day, down from 10 million barrels a day in 1980. Since 1987, Saudi Arabia tried to maintain its share in the market up until 1997. From 1997, there is indication that Saudi Arabia will start playing the swing producer model in the oil market, and that's what I'm trying to test in this paper. They test the role of Saudi Arabia in the oil market by considering the swing producer model for the period from 1997 to 2010. Why Saudi Arabia, since mid-90s, and it was an official policy, Saudi Arabia, to maintain an excess capacity of 1.5 to 2 million barrels a day. So the mentioning that Saudi Arabia is not going to maintain an excess capacity, I think this assumption was wrong. It was mentioned this morning. Saudi Arabia, in fact, increased its excess capacity. In 2010, it was announced that the production capacity of Saudi Arabia is 12 million barrels per day. If we look to the average production for the period of study from 1997 to 2012, it was 8.2. So Saudi Arabia has almost 4 million barrels a day excess capacity. Saudi Arabia can increase its production during the demand surge and market interruption, and Saudi Arabia can decrease its production during low oil prices. Why? It's just objective is to moderate oil prices. The objective of Saudi policy is to moderate oil prices, to keep the oil prices stable. It is for the benefit of Saudi Arabia and for benefit of the consuming country. Saudi Arabia has the highest world proven oil reserve, constitute 12% of world oil production, is a key crude oil supplier to United States. 14% of its production goes to United States, 4% to Europe, and 57% goes to Asia. Saudi Arabia constructed its policy to provide its export to its consumer, and it was mentioned a few minutes ago that Saudi Arabia has 2 terminals. It's not just the Gulf in the side, but it has the other terminal in the Red Sea. In case of any problem happen in the Gulf, we have another terminal for Europe and even to the United States from the Red Sea. Saudi Arabia has 5 crude qualities ranging from 45 API Arab super light to 23.7 API Arab heavy. Most of its crude are light crudes. We have the heavy crudes, but it's less. I think it's 20% of the Saudi oil. For the review of the literature, We have several studies put emphasis in Saudi Arabia. Griffin and Tees, 1982, Adelman, 1982, Griffin and Nelson, 1991, 1994, I'm sorry, Dahl and Yasser, 1991, Al-Hajji and Hutler, 2000 and 2003, Smith, 2005, emphasis on the dominant role of Saudi Arabia in OPEC. There are other analysis to analyze Saudi Arabia objective goes to a political reason or sometimes to its relation with the United States. Others put claims of profits and incentive of profits and maximize their income is the objective of their policy. But if we look to the policy, the OPEC policy or OPEC production ceiling and oil prices, we find that OPEC, in general, OPEC try to maintain or stabilize the oil prices by increasing production when the prices are high and decreasing production when the prices are low. If we remember in the 1998, the prices went down to $8 a day. OPEC, three-step of OPEC here, cut production 3 times in order to raise the prices to reach $25 a day. With the increase in prices, the OPEC increased its ceiling, and when the prices decreased in 2001, OPEC decreased its ceiling, and the prices start to increase in 2003. They start increasing their production, and until 2008, when its production its maximum capacity, and with the financial crisis and the decline in the prices, OPEC decreased its production ceiling, and it's continue until now, stable. These are the decisions of OPEC during the period of the study, what I just talked about. This decision is followed by OPEC members, but the one who's really maintaining this decision is Saudi Arabia. This is the, I'm sorry. If we see that this is a production of Saudi Arabia, it goes exactly with the quota, with its quota in OPEC, while the other members of OPEC, there is a gap between the OPEC ceiling for their production and their true production. So Saudi Arabia is maintaining its quota in order to stabilize the oil prices. If we can look at, this is the oil production of Saudi Arabia, and these are the prices. When the prices go up, Saudi Arabia increases its production. When the prices goes down, Saudi Arabia decreases its production. So it's going, from the graph, it shows that Saudi Arabia is having a certain policy in the oil market, goes with the oil prices.